Hi, this is Joe again with another review. For the sake of this video, we're going to be discussing the 1956 horror film, The Mole People, starring Hugh Beaumont, from the TV show Leave It to Beaver, and of course the other big name for television viewers at that time. I'm blanking out on his name right now. The guy who played Alfred in the 1960s, Alan Napier. The guy who played Alfred on the Batman TV show in the 60s. All those was in this film. And of course, this movie is it reminded me a lot of Journey on the Center of the Earth. But Journey on the Center of the Earth was a much better film than this thing was. I mean, this thing is like a poor man's ripoff of Journey to the Center of the Earth. So it's Hugh Beaumont, as he says, part of like a little expedition, and one of the locals found like this little miniature boat thing, like a boat model, like a model of a little boat, and or a model of a boat, I should say. And they go, oh, where did you find this artifact? Oh, in this mountain. So they go and check this mountain out, and they're falling through it, and they're dragged out by the mole people. You only see a few times throughout this movie, and they found out that they had this underground lost civilization that's been there for thousands of years. And the people who lived there, the high priest was played by Alan Napier for Batman, and he felt that these people were like gods. And they keep saying, no, we're not gods, we're just from another world, another place. And we just want to, we're interested in checking you guys out, how you live, how you're able to survive all these years, and yada yada, and all that stuff. Well, they allow them to stay there for a while, and then it says, oh, they have bad influence because they have flashlights. So, oh, there's a fire weapon, you can see they have weapons, and they try to kill them for it. And of course, obviously didn't happen. And when they tried to kill him, but of course they were able to survive all the attacks these people had, and they found out that they did human sacrifices, and they let people out into this bright, light. It turned out to be, spoiler, sunlight. I'm going to get into it in a second. And so for the rest of the movie, the two guys who survived, there was three altogether. Actually it was four guys altogether. Two of them survived and trying to find a way out, because they figured that was sooner or later these guys are going to jump them and kill them. And of course, which they, like I just mentioned, they did that several times. And what they did was, they did go out the way where they put out their human sacrifices. This group of them, and they found out there was the way out, and they found this girl who the only blonde. Oh, this girl's Mark. She could be your slave, and she gave it to them, and she ends up dying at the end. Spoiler. At the end of the film, but at the end of the film, they had another earthquake, and the whole civilization gets destroyed. All the mole people die. All the people who live in this lost civilization dies at the end of the film, and it was really. I thought at first it was an interesting movie, but then it turned out to be boring as anything. Another typical B horror film from the 1950s, and that's what this was. The two people in the expedition, they lived. But everybody else, spoiler, dies in the end of this film, including the mole people. And you see them a couple of times, real cheap masks and cheap costumes they were wearing. But as a film itself, I thought it was okay for what it was. Like I said at the top of this video, it was like a poor man's ripoff of Journey to the Center of the Earth. And Journey to the Center of the Earth, even though it took a long time to get to the center of the Earth, in that movie, the movie with James Mason, which I also previously reviewed, that was a much better movie than this piece of garbage. And I just recently saw this movie, so very interesting to watch. And meanwhile, I was bored to tears. I was completely bored. I couldn't believe I sat there and watched the whole movie, because, like I said, I was bored. Bored to tears watching this thing. And it wasn't that great. It was interesting to see Hugh Beaumont playing another role, other than Ward Cleaver and Leave It to Beaver. But even with him being in this movie, I still thought it was terrible. It was terrible. The only thing missing was Ward, you and Little Horn and the Beaver last night. I mean, that was the only thing that was missing from this movie. But other than that, The Mole People was a terrible movie to watch. I couldn't believe I watched this whole thing. So that's my review of the movie The Mole People. Please click on the video, please rate it. Please rate my channel, please forward this video to your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews not only on my YouTube channel, but at rallyc.com, that's all WDY, and that's C.com, that's the homepage of Rally Reviewer, Christy Moore. Please check out all my videos on this website. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.